Hey guys, how's it going? I am Donald and I want to do a tutorial for you on a scrub cap, a fun and easy way. I'm talking about like one of these caps right here. I made so many caps that I lost count how many I made. So for today's tutorial, we'll be working with two 18 by 21 pieces of fabric, which I got from Walmart under $2. I highly recommend to get more than two printed pieces of fabric because Walmart is limited on printed fabrics. So without further ado, let's get started. First you'll need a sewing machine, a serger, a pair of sewing scissors, some weights to hold your pattern, some sewing pins, and an iron. Next you'll need a cutting mat, a cutting guide, and an ironing board. I've always liked to spread my materials and tools around my work area. I will be using a modified pattern I made for myself. Lay the fabric flat on the work area. It looks like it's not completely flat, so we'll use the iron to flatten it. To line up the bottom of the fabric along with the cutting mat guideline. First we'll start with cutting the side pieces of the cap. Lay the pattern on the right side. Use the weights to hold the pattern down, and you will be cutting along of the pattern on the top side with a cutting wheel, which I forgot to mention about. Next we'll cut the two pattern pieces for the top. You can decide which direction you want your pattern, facing forward or facing backwards. Use the weights again to hold the pattern and cut along the curved part up. Same thing with the side pieces. Cut along the edge of the pattern without cutting the actual pattern while you are cutting the fabric. I always prefer to have more material than less. I had cut some small straps for extra length for the side pieces tie ends. Then I will serge the ends and sew them together. Now I had serged the edges, I will now sew the pieces together with the right sides facing together. Line up the edge of the pieces to the edge of the foot. Your sew line should look like this. The outside should make it look like it's one piece. Next, we'll sew down the extra flap. Your sew line should look like this. Next, we'll fold, iron, and sew the new tie and edge of each side. Your sew line should look like this. I will serge the other end of the side pieces. Now we can sew the two side pieces together. Make sure the right sides are facing each other. Next is serging both the bottom and parts of the top of the entire side piece. As you are serging the pieces, keep it to the edge of the platform and guide it through the machine. As you are guiding it along the edge, it will cut 1/4 inches off. Next, fold and iron the bottom and parts of the top. Like this. Sew the folds together. I usually do another fold from the top, but this looks very good. Now we can work with the top. First we'll serge the edges where the middle will be. Keep guiding the pieces along the serger's platform edge, and your results will turn out to be a perfect straight edge. Like this. Right sides together and sew together. Fold, iron, and sew the top of the fold so you can guide a piece of elastic through the hole. Use a safety pin to guide the elastic through the hole. Sew back and forth 3 times the elastic to make some wrinkles at the bottom of the top. Sew back and forth 3 times again. Alright, now we can sew both pieces together. Line up the tip of the top to the top middle of the side piece. Pin it, then pin on the right and do the same on the left. Make sure you line up the edge of the top to the top edge of the side pieces. Pin the sides bottom to the top to make sure the ends don't get sewn on. Start sewing on the bottom of the left from pinning and work counterclockwise. Take the pins out as you go. Search the same direction and keep your sewing away from the platform's edge. Take the pins out from the top's bottom and turn the cap inside out with the right side out. Make sure the cap fits. If it doesn't, you may have to modify your pattern as I did to mine. Alright, we are done. Another perfect cap I made. Yep, it's nice and snug under my head, and the tie made it a little tighter, and it is still comfortable on my head. Hope you guys enjoy the video. See you next time.